Good morning. We need to, did we ring the bell or what's the deal?
Usher, did you ring the bell?
It's just a few minutes late. Welcome, good morning. Welcome to Hope Unitarian Church. My name is James Donovan, and today we'll have a special 4th on the 5th service led by members of the congregation. We'll have no sermon, but we'll have some especially long readings and meditations and invocations, etc. Whoever you are, whomever you love, wherever you are on your spiritual journey, and whatever your life circumstances, you are welcome here. If you are new to Hope, or are feeling new, or just need someone to talk to, I invite you to meet with the Reverend Justin McCreary. Hope's contact information is in the order of service. To all who are here this morning, welcome home. Now rise if you are able as we sing our hymn for gathering and light our chalice. You just go back. And speaking of new, our chalice lighting words are a little bit different than usual. We'll all say them together. This flame burns for those who seek and defend the right to a free and responsible search for truth and meaning, so that each person may live according to conscience in a democratically elected society. Our chalice flame also burns for the defenders of freedom, working against those who would impose their own religious beliefs on others through intimidation and legislation. May we tend this fire always, ever vigilant and courageous in the struggle for freedom and justice for all. You may be seated. Thank you. Our invocation comes from the Reverend Elizabeth Barish Brown. Come into this place, bringing all you hold with you. Though your heart may be heavily burdened, whether you be on the brink of tears or burn with unquenchable rage, this community can hold you and your strongest emotions. Yes, even the messy ones are welcome here. Come in if you sing just a little bit too loud. If you hold still as statues and just breathe it in. If you sway to the music. Moving your soul, you are welcome. Come in and say, Amen, Amen, when the Spirit moves you. Tell that preacher to preach. Yes, that's right, tell us.
Amen.
Or close your eyes and quietly let your mind float free on the blessed words. Come into this place with every piece of yourself gathered up, and let us be the church incarnate. Let us bring forth the Spirit of all that we love by the words of our mouths and the doing of our hands as we make sacred this time together. And now we say together our covenant. Love is the spirit of this church, and service its law. This is our great covenant, to dwell together in peace, to seek the truth in love, and to help one another. I thought that's what we see. Rebecca and I are obviously filling in for the Reverend Justin McCreary, and we, this is kind of a last-minute thing. We haven't quite worked it all out, but
You're doing a good job.
thank you.
Our opening hymn will be number 159 in the grayish hymnal. This is my song. And if you don't know these words, you'll know the tune.
May be seated. I have a few announcements for you this morning. We could use some more greeters. This is kind of an easy job. It's helpful if you're gregarious, if you're an extrovert. I see David Lynn, he's kind of like, it's not for you, I guess. That's what you're trying to tell me. So we could use some greeters and also some AV assistants. They help make the sound and the slides move and all that stuff. It's a pretty fun job. You got to pay attention. It's not for somebody who's got ADHD like I have, I'm afraid. On the third Saturday of each month, people from Hope get together and prepare, deliver, and serve a meal at the Day Center for the Homeless. And we can use some volunteers. There's a sign-up sheet out there in the fellowship hall. You can find it after the service. You can also find a greeter sign-up, and I think there's an AV assistant sign-up out there. If you don't find it, just grab somebody like me, and I'll try to help you. Finally, this comes from Diane Dudley and others who are organizing this great event that's coming up on July 25th. They're calling it the Summer Fun Fest Carnival. It's going to be Saturday, July 25th, 4 to 7 p.m. This is an event for all of the members of Hope, as well as your friends, as well as friends you'd like to invite to join us, I should say. There's going to be a flyer that they're going to have out for us with more information next week, and you can take and give it out to your friends and neighbors and your grandchildren and anybody else. So please help get the word out about this event. It's going to be a great opportunity to show people Hope Unitarian Church. Advance tickets will be on sale soon. They're going to be $15 for adults, $5 for children. Day of the event, tickets will increase in price, 20 for adults and 10 for children. Sunday, July 19th will be the last day to purchase advance tickets. Admission includes dinner and some game tickets. Additional game tickets will be available for purchase. And we need some volunteers to make this happen. There's a sign-up sheet out there in the fellowship hall, so you can find them out there. We're also looking for donations of prizes. Those things could include gift cards, toys, fidgets, flashlights, balls, frisbees, costume jewelry, and other small items. You can please drop them off at the church sometime. And I think that's it for our announcements. Did I forget anything? Our friend Elkie Johnson is not here today, unfortunately, but today I believe is the big one for her, and we've been singing to people when they show up. And so if you know Elkie, call her or send her a message and let her know that we're thinking about her as she hits. She's hit her 10th decade, I guess, if she hits 90, right? Yeah. Thanks. Go into singing Spirit of Life. You may stay seated. This is a July 4th meditation by the Reverend Maureen Killoran. Spirit of life and love, I come before you, black and brown and red and yellow and alabaster. I come longing for the simpler days that truly never were our lot. And I am an American. Hear these voices as in the complexity of our days. I am humanist and Christian, Muslim and Jew, pagan and atheist and Buddhist, and you. And I am an American. I am one who fought for our country, and I am at the same time one who protested war. And I am an American. Amongst the divisions of our days, I've struggled in poverty, and I've accepted the profits of wealth. And I am an American. I am an owner of weapons, and I am one who would control our nation's guns by limiting the who's and what's and how's. And I am an American. As light is shown on our divisions, I live with often unacknowledged privilege, and I am moved to rage at the complexity of intersecting oppressions. And I am an American. In the challenge of our days, I am one who supports my country, right or wrong, and I am one who claims the traditions of dissent, and I am an American. In the challenge of our days, I am one who supports my country, right or wrong, and I am one who claims the traditions of descent. I just repeated that verse, but that's okay, because it's a good one. In this polarized season, I am Democrat and I am Republican. I am libertarian and I am independent. I am green and I am confused. I am an American. Spirit of hope, sit with us in our diversities. Help us hear one another in our divisions. Grant that, beginning in this community, we may honor one another's truths and know that a just and faithful tomorrow begins here in our hearts. For with all our problems, with all our pain, with all our limitations and mistakes, we are Americans. Now we can sit in silence for just a moment.
Equality in a Sea of Inequality by Peggy Clark. When this country was founded, the aspiration was high. The men who imagined it dreamed big, casting a vision of a world where all men were created equal, where rights were endowed by our Creator, transcending culture and the expectations of the day, where life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness would be allowed and enjoyed without infringement. It was a radical and new vision, born from Enlightenment optimism, inspired by scientific discovery. It was an intoxicating vision, as bold as the Protestant Reformation that swept all of Europe. And they had the hubris to believe that they could make it happen. They staked their claim in the Declaration of Independence and institutionalized it in the Constitution. They elected their first president, and when he stepped down, relinquishing power to return to the role of citizen, these founders believed they had lived to see their vision realized. A new president ran for office, and the republic was up and running. It was done, a new world order. Those men weren't distracted by the genocide they inspired or the enslavement of other people they required for this nation to be born. They declared equality while swimming in a sea of inequality. When they declared all men are created equal, they meant white Protestant men. They didn't mean women. They weren't including black people who'd been enslaved or those who were free. It didn't include Catholics or Jews or people who didn't own land. They were so proud of their inclusivity, so inspired by their own cutting-edge philosophy, that they had no idea how narrow it was, how constrictive, how small a vision. The men who wrote these words were calling into being a more perfect union. They were establishing justice, ensuring domestic tranquility, securing the blessings of liberty. They believed that they and the men of their generation would will this new nation into being. They would establish the structures required for such a grand vision. They would test it, and then it would be done. They did not realize it would require many more people, many different voices. They did not know how many generations would have to be part of the creation of that dream, how long it would take before the nation they imagined would be made manifest. The soul of America has yet to be born.
This reading is The Strength of the Collective, and it's actually, believe it or not, from the Harvard Business Review, written by academic types. When we talk about diversity, equity, and inclusion in America, we are talking about two very practical goals: unlocking human potential and ensuring fairness. It is not just about checking boxes. It is about building a country where everyone has a seat at the table and an equal shot at success. The data shows that when we actively include people from different backgrounds, industries don't just become more fair, they become smarter. Research consistently proves that diverse teams are less prone to groupthink. When people with different life experiences, cultures, and ways of thinking look at a problem together, they spot errors faster, catch blind spots, and come up with more creative solutions. In a modern economy, variety is a competitive advantage. But the benefits go far beyond corporate boardrooms. Historically, when America has made a conscious effort to open doors that were previously shut, the entire society, the whole society, has moved forward. Programs that create equity don't just help one specific group, they create a rising tide. For example, policies designed to ensure workplace inclusion have historically provided massive economic advancements for millions of families across the country, boosting small business ownership and strengthening local communities. Ultimately, DEI is an investment in our collective future. It recognizes that talent is distributed evenly across our population, but opportunity has not always been. By intentionally closing that gap, we ensure that no good idea is left behind, no worker is discarded, and our communities remain resilient. It is simply the modern expression of an old American ideal that we are undeniably stronger together than we are apart.
So, I read some excerpts from this poem a couple of months ago, but today you get to hear the whole thing. This poem was recited by the poet on January 20th, 2021, at the inauguration of Joe Biden, President Joe Biden. It is an expression of hope without blinders on, without being overly positive. It tells the whole reason why we should hope. And I feel like we need these words even more now than we did then. The Hill We Climb by Amanda Gorman. When day comes, we ask ourselves, where can we find light in this never-ending shade? The loss we carry, a sea we must wade. We've braved the belly of the beast. We've learned that quiet isn't always peace. In the norms and notions of what just isn't always justice. And yet the dawn is ours before we knew it. Somehow we do it. Somehow we've weathered and witnessed a nation that isn't broken, but simply unfinished. We, the successors of a country and a time where a skinny black girl descended from slaves and raised by a single mother can dream of becoming president, only to find ourselves reciting for one. And yes, we are far from polished, far from pristine, but that doesn't mean we are striving to form a union that is perfect. We are striving to forge our union with purpose, to compose a country committed to all cultures, colors, characters, and conditions of man. And so we lift our gazes not to what stands between us, but what stands before us. We close the divide because we know to put our future first, we must first put our differences aside. We lay down our arms so we can reach out our arms to one another. We seek harm to none and harmony for all. Let the globe, if nothing else, say this is true, that even as we grieved, we grew. That even as we hurt, we hoped. That even as we tired, we tried. That we'll be forever tied together, victorious. Not because we will never again know defeat, but because we will never again sow division. Scripture tells us to envision that everyone shall sit under their own vine and fig tree, and no one shall make them afraid. If we are to live up to our own time, then victory won't lie in the blade, but in all the bridges we've made. That is the promise to Glade, the hill we climb if only we dare it, because being American is more than a pride we inherit. It's the past we step into and how we repair it. We've seen a forest that would shatter our nation rather than share it, would destroy our country if it meant delaying democracy. And this effort very nearly succeeded. But while democracy can be periodically delayed, it can never be permanently defeated. In this truth, in this faith, we trust. For while we have our eyes on the future, history has its eyes on us. This is the era of just redemption. We feared it at its inception. We did not feel prepared to be the heirs of such a terrifying hour, but within it, we found the power to author a new chapter, to offer hope and laughter to ourselves. Well, once we asked, how could we possibly prevail over catastrophe? How could catastrophe possibly prevail over us? We will not march back to what was, but move to what shall be. A country that is bruised but whole, benevolent but bold, fierce and free. We will not be turned around or interrupted by intimidation, because we know our inaction and inertia will be the inheritance of the next generation. Our blunders become their burdens. But one thing is certain. If we merge mercy with might and might with right, then love becomes our legacy and changes our children's birthright. So let us leave behind a country better than one we were left. With every breath from my bronze-pounded chest, we will raise this wounded world into a wondrous one. We will rise from the gold-limbed hills of the west. We will rise from the windswept northeast, where our forefathers first realized revolution. We will rise from the lake-rimmed cities of the Midwestern states. We will rise from the sun-baked South. We will rebuild, reconcile, and recover. In every known nook of our nation, in every corner called our country, our beautiful, diverse people will emerge battered and beautiful. When day comes, we step out of the shade, aflame and unafraid. The new dawn blooms as we free it. For there is always light, if only we're brave enough to see it. If only we're brave enough to be it.
Each month at Hope, we select what we call a generosity recipient, a community organization that will receive the money we collect during our service. This month, July, our generosity recipient is the Demand Project, which is an organization in town that is fighting human trafficking and the sexual exploitation of young people. Please give generously. If you want to make a donation to your pledge, just indicate that on the memo line or put your money in an envelope that will be in the basket. Thanks. Yeah, I like that. So we will say these offertory response words together. We build on foundations we did not lay. We warm ourselves at fires we did not light. We sit in the shade of trees we did not plant. We drink from wells we did not dig. We profit from persons we did not know. We are ever bound in community.
Hi, my name is Rebecca. I'm in the choir, so I got chosen to announce our hymns. And this is a hymn. It's not in our hymnal, but it is a hymn, nevertheless. And I hope you'll all enjoy and join me in singing, Rising as You Are Able and Willing. This Land is Your Land by Woody Guthrie.
This land was made for you and me.
I love it when we sing all the verses. Now we shall extinguish our chalice, and we say these words together.
Extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again.
And our benediction comes from Reverend Jonalou Johnstone, who used to be in Oklahoma City, and some of you probably know her. We shall overcome when we can truly celebrate the diversity of contributions and talents offered by all people. We shall overcome hatred and prejudice and oppression when we can truly extend our hands to one another in loving acceptance. We shall overcome the past that haunts us now. Living in peace and freedom, we shall overcome the wrongs that have happened and the debts left unpaid. Let us join together in that commitment to overcome. Let us say together, Happy birthday, USA.
Happy birthday, USA.
Thanks, everybody.